Do you all know Cliff Burton over here? Everyone, hi Cliff, how you doing?
Not trying to be something big and fancy, you know, it's just us doing what we do. Let's keep it that way.
Right after the accident happened, we individually decided that, you know, the best way to get rid of all our frustrations, because we were very traumatized and we had, you know, we felt a lot of, you know, emotional, you know, distraught over the situation. We thought that the best way to get rid of our frustrations would be to hit the road, you know, and get all the anxiety and frustrations out on stage, you know, where they should go, you know. They should go toward a, you know, a positive thing like that. The worst thing we could do is just like sit in our room and sulk over the matter and, you know, wallow in our
just think
pity.
alone, you just don't want to go and do it again. If you get to the stage where it feels so bad that you're not even sure you want to do it again.
Yeah, exactly, you know, and the more you think about it, the deeper you sink. So we each thought individually we have to keep on going, we have to work, because it wouldn't be fair to Cliff to just stop.
Yeah.
Also, if like Cliff were alive for some reason or another, and like, you know, he couldn't play bass, he wouldn't tell us to stop. He would want us to go on. I don't know, you know, that's the way he would have felt. He would have wanted us to go on.
Yeah.
So we had a band meeting, and like that was the overwhelming, you know, decision to go on. So we decided after the last rites that you know, we should just sit down and start auditioning bass players.
First thing we realized was that we were never ever going to find anyone like Cliff, so it was not like we were sort of looking for Cliff Burton II or whatever, and we just needed, you know, a bass player that would fit in. Jason has, you know, strong individual personality and so forth, and, you know, we'll see what happens when we start writing. We don't write on the road, so it's a little early to tell.
I mean, we had like names thrown about, and we asked like people in the industry, like, you know, record company people, friends, you know, who had connections and stuff. And a name that kept on popping up was Jason Newsted, this guy right here. Yeah. And so it came time to audition him. So we took the time out to, like, you know, take our time with him, because a lot of the people, you just walk into the room, you can tell, no way, this guy's gonna be in Metallica, you know. Guy come in, he's like stoned off his ass, you know, was walking into like mic stands and stuff. I mean, we had a lot of those, okay? There's a lot of people there. Like, they start the song, and you could just tell that their bass style wasn't the type of style.
You gotta be able to fit in, cause
fit in with us personally.
And the
We're
way
gonna
that
be living with this person.
Yeah, exactly. And the way the Metallica is, I mean, you know, it's like a big family, man. You gotta be able to be one of the bros. You gotta be able to be one of the part of the family. That's
not only that, we're looking for a long-term thing. You know, yeah. We didn't want just a hired hand.
Metallica, man, come on. In this corner, playing bass guitar for heavy metal group Metallica, Jason Newsted! play it for you, man. Play him something real good like that. Hey, y'all out there, put all your ears over on Jason. He's got something for you, man. Do it again. I know what the fuck's going on, man. I gotta tell you now. We need your help here, man. Hey, 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 hey! It should be louder. Hey, hey! For whom the bell tolls. Hey, 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 hey! Don't stop now, man. Make us proud, eh?
I think we made other people aware that heavier music was out there and it was actually music and that there were people that liked it. Whatever's popular doesn't mean it's good, basically. We opened the door, I think, once our underground following was so huge, you know, they wanted to see, they're calling MTV, where's the Metallica video? Who? You know, and radio. They had to pay attention to us.
Yeah.
And it opened all these doors for grunge stuff, you know. It was more accepted on, you know, now you can't watch TV without seeing a commercial with some, you know, aggressive music in it.
That's true.
You know, 10 years ago, I would have flipped out to hear, you know, even if it was just Aerosmith or some kind of rock on the, anything on the TV. But now it's so acceptable, and that's if we've helped open the door, that's fine.
What seems to be happening now a lot in heavy, whatever you want to call it, is that people are so worried about things like guitar players are very worried about, you know, speed and things like that. Drummers are very, you know, play as fast as they can and being as flashy as possible. And I think what is going on is that I think most people sort of care more about those kind of things than an actual feel for the music, which I think is very dangerous. And I think that the current heavy metal scene is really moving away from when I think that it peaked in, you know, 81, 82. I think that bands have no sort of individualities anymore. They have no personalities. They're all just sort of, everyone's just copying what everyone else is doing. Everyone is playing it very, very safe. No one is sort of just taking chances and sort of trying to do things a bit different. But like, I'm really worried about that. People are really losing like a feel for the music, which is something I think through the 60s and the 70s and up to a few years ago, people, you know, the whole thing was very much centered around people's feel for, you know, different instruments and feels for songwriting and so forth.
What do you think is important for an album to come out and become a classic?
Wow. We're still working on that, you know? It's never the best. Never. You can always do it better, and you're never satisfied, which is not a bad thing. You know, you always want to find that perfect thing, you know? And that's what kind of drives you. I think the drive and the will to try new things, to experiment and to push each other.
Are you still, you, Kirk, and Lars doing most of the music writing?
Yeah, basically. Yeah.
Is that the case that Jason does write, or he's a lazy bum, or?
He's definitely not lazy. He takes too many vitamins, actually, I think. Yeah, he's got a strange color. Too much ginseng. But he's, some of the material, well, the material was written 2 years ago, so
yeah.
There's not going to all of a sudden be some Jason songs on this, because it was written, 2 years ago.
Well, the thing was, I always felt in Metallica that they never let my ideas really get past their earlobes. They just didn't, not only didn't they let it get into their thought patterns, I mean, they just didn't even hear the words. So it's that's kind of the way that it was for a long time, and so I mean, after a while, what the fuck, man? You can't, that's no good for anybody. That's not healthy for anybody.
No, absolutely.
I mean, a person that was like a yes man or a go along kind of person, or a, that kind of meeky person would have, I gotta stay with you. It's where my money's coming from. Oh my God, or whatever. But that's not really the way it is, man.
When we write songs, we close our eyes, we don't see whose name is on the tape,
Yeah.
When it's good, it's good,
It works, yeah.
That's how Metallica works.
Easily the most difficult decision I've ever had to make in my life.
I'm sure it was, and
So, but it had to be. Being together 15 years in closed spaces and more or less being married to each other, should be able to understand and give each other the space that you need in order to, see what makes people tick. I mean, it was not hard to see, after being around me for more than about 10 minutes, to see what makes me tick. I mean, there has to be music taking place, and if there's not, then I am basically depressed. So, I mean, that's all there is to it. That's how it's always been since I started playing music, and I wasn't about to change it for anybody for any dollars or any bullshit. There is so many things underlying, personal things and stuff like that, but also just fundamental things that, Metallica is now in its 21st year.
wow.
And the legend that's been created, that I helped create, could not be affected in any way. I just don't see it. And that was my argument. Is that I could not see how that something like as beautiful as Echo Brain and something as different as Echo Brain could give Metallica any kind of competition. It doesn't sound anything like it. If it was a watered down thing, or I had some heavy band going, or death metal thing, then I would understand if somebody's going, that might threaten the integrity of our heaviness or whatever. But since Echo Brain is so different, I could not see how it could ever affect the people that came to sit in the seats at the live shows, or the people that went to buy the retail albums, or the people that bought the T-shirts, or the fans that have been around for years and continued to grow, snowballing forever and ever, generation after generation, coming to listen to Metallica. I could not see how this beautiful music could ever affect that.
It's, like a porch jam project that went to, next other places, absolutely.
What's your review? Quick review.
He's saying, forget about
It was good. It was a lot of fun. It was good to see Jason doing something good. I feel really good about it. I'd be pissed off if I didn't like it, but I liked it a lot, and I feel really good about it. Because I want him to get. He's my bro.
Going back to grassroots type of stuff. Very good for cleansing. There's a lot of shit that's taken place in the last 6 or 8 months with me, man. And now it's like some depression for a while, and then, it would have to be, think about what's taking place, I didn't want to step away from the thing. It wasn't like 100%, oh yeah, let's go, get out of here. It weren't like that. It's just something I had to make a decision as a man. What my line is. If somebody crosses that line, then I got to say stop, you know what I mean? That's what it came to.
Yeah.
So, Echo Brain's just another one of the projects that I have as an ongoing thing.
just growing up together. I mean, that it is family, no doubt. And some of us have strong family lives, some don't. So this is really family for quite a few of us. And to not respect your family is wrong. And we all really keep each other in line. We all keep tabs on each other, with the Metallica sarcasm we have. It really, it's funny, but it cuts and it works.
How complete control over the Metallica industry Metallica has?
Quite a bit, quite a bit.
So close, no matter how far. Couldn't be much more from the heart.
It's not necessarily more fun now than it was. It's just, we've always maximized what you said, that every situation we've been in, whatever level it's been at, we've always tried to get the most out of it.
How you feeling?
Feeling good. I stopped drinking.
You really? You're on the wagon?
I'm on the wagon, and my nerves are shot, but other than that, I'm holding it together somewhat.
So we're proud of what we've done and what we do.
Okay, the last one is, how longer do you feel you can go? I mean, can you picture yourself
With this interview? One more question. I think
do you feel like you could be like the Rolling Stones with like 50?
Hey! Yeah. Interesting, man. I'm not a prophet. I'm horrible at planning things.
Okay.
I can't, that's why I got a wife, I think. But I'm not a prophet. When it doesn't feel right anymore, we're done.
Yeah. Personally. Thank you very much.
Great.
I don't know, man. We got time to play more? Fuck it, man. You don't want more, do you? So fucking what? I've been to Houston and I've been to Brighton. I've been to Woodstock too. So what? So what? Well, I've been here, I've been there, I've been every fucking where. So what? So what? So what? So what? You poor little cunt. Who cares? Who cares? You know. Who cares? Who cares about you? No. Well, I suck sweet, I suck rock, I've even sucked an old man's cock. So what? So what? Well, I fucked the sheep, I fucked the goat, I ran my cock right down its throat. So what? So what? So what? So what? You poor little cunt. Who cares? Who cares? You know. Who cares? Who cares about you? No, ha ha! I've been the boxing that ain't I. So what? So what? Well, I fucked this, I fucked that, I've even fucked the schoolgirl's twat. So what? So what? So what? So what? You poor little fuck. Who cares? Who cares? You know. Yeah, who cares? Who cares about you? No. Thank you very much. Metallica says good night, man. Fuck yeah!